5. I'm Scott Hansen, everyone, and this is the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap, presented by Lowe's. Earn your Sunday. We get started out in London. The Eagles and the Jags doing battle over in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And it's the tight end, Dallas Goedert. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Eagles continue to have enough. They make it 5 straight wins to start the new year. From there, let's go up to the Pacific Northwest, Seattle. Let's look in on the Seahawks as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And this is the Niners wideout. He's going to stretch the field here, and this one is on target. 42 yards for the touchdown. The Niners move to 4-1, looking good as they get the win here. Next up, we take a look at this week's NFL injury report. The big news this week, one of the biggest names there is Justin Jefferson. He's dealing with a very painful injury to his ribs. He'll likely be sidelined for about a month, possibly even a little less than that. Time now for our Player of the Week from Week 5. And we'll congratulate this man, Jamar Chase. He was magnificent in the win in Miami, as he winds up filling up the stat sheet, finishing with well over 200 yards receiving. The Bengals have little problem here. They run away with a dominant win. Here now, a look at the rest of this week's top performers around the NFL. Next up, let's show you some numbers. Here are your league leaders in receiving through the first month plus of the season. With that, a look at the rest of what went on in week number 5. 30 teams in action, with Kansas City and Carolina the first to have their respective bye weeks. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.
He ain't your 3, he ain't your 2, he the one. When they feel the spirit, then they move to it. Then their mind is the first thing they...
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, 2 teams hailing from the AFC, between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Welcome, your 2026 Kansas City Chiefs!
On the LA sideline, running back Omarion Hampton. He faces a tough test here against the league's top defense. And on the Kansas City side, wide receiver Rashee Rice. He's doing his part so far in their undefeated starts, looking to get to 5-0 here on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off from Arrowhead. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line.
The Chargers take over.
So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. The 7th-year starter leading them out. Has had a good first 6 years in the NFL, hoping for his best one yet this time around. Justin Herbert.
This is an instance where we got a good offense, really good offense, but it's running up against a great defense. And for all the success they've had moving the ball this year, they know this will be their stiffest test yet.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. over.
He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. Picks them up the first.
First down, Chargers.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Catch made. Oh, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And they will not score. They needed one more step to make it, but they are going to take over at the goal line.
This defense has sure decided that they're going to be the star of the show, at least here from the jump. One series in, they've delivered the first game-changing play, but I am talking about one thunderous collision.
So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
As he runs onto the field, he knows he's facing a defense who comes into so many of these games as the favored ones, but not here. Not when you're going up against the NFL's best offense. This is going to be fun to watch.
Here's Mahomes now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his third on the year. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he's been having the kind of start he prepared for all offseason. And it's good enough to be top 5 in passing yards league-wide. First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Had it for a moment, but the hit jars it loose. Fortunate, Brock, that it did, too, because that would have been a big strike otherwise. Instead, just second down. Hampton trying the left side. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throw here, third down. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Looking to throw Mahomes. Brought in, and he's inside the 35. Jukes his way into space. There's the tackle. This play goes for 29 before it, though. And that's going to give the Chiefs a first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
11 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's Mahomes. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up second down.
Machine Rice, incomplete. Leads to second and goal.
Throw in is Mahomes. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
And it's incomplete on third and goal. Yeah, so a bit stubborn there, Brock. They just kept throwing for it after pass fell incomplete. Now they've got fourth and goal.
Yeah, and you and I both know what's going to happen when these O-linemen run off the sidelines, the big fellas. They're not going to be too happy about not putting one run on the board.
No, sir. Mahomes throwing on fourth. And the decision pays off. Touchdown, Chiefs. Xavier Worthy, his third of the year. Well, nobody's been able to get the better of these guys this season, Brock, and we are seeing all that confidence they've built up translate into an early 6 points there.
And I'm glad you frame it that way, because I'm not the biggest fan of momentum, certainly week to week, but in a game, the trust and that confidence you mentioned, it does come to life in streaks like these.
Butker to try the point after. Send right down the middle and good. It's a 14-0 game here early.
Chiefs 14, Chargers nothing. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. He dodged the tackle. This makes it up to the 25. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock, continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
Musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up third and 4.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
To throw, Herbert. He finds Njoku. It's on the turf. Ball's out. He lost it. And the Chiefs look like they have it.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
Johnson gets it on first and 10. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Another 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's second and 13. Mahomes. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Our score, 14-0. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at third and very long. Now it's Mahomes. Avoids the sack. Khalil Mack. And that's going to force fourth down. Quite a ways to go.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And they're going to try to break through this defense and put some points up. They're down 14-zip. They'll start out with Hampton. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Get in there for the stop, but give him about 9 on the play. And that's going to be a Los Angeles first down.
Jones on the stop. A gain of 9 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. Lost control of another one. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That had to have been just about as far away as possible, Brock, from what that was drawn up to be. But the end result, partner, exactly as they planned. It's a touchdown.
In this case, Kate, it really was about the destination, not about the journey.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that cuts the lead to 7.
14. Chargers 7. Cameron Dicker.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. And this one's going to be picked off, but he dropped it. So almost a one-play drive. And they couldn't hang on, though, and they're going to feel fortunate coming up on 2nd down now. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. This is Walker on 2nd. And they've got a first down. Give him a gain of 13 on that previous play. Toss play. This is Walker. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Walker now from the gun. Down after a gain of about 5. That gives them a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And we won't see another play here, Brock, as the clock reaches 2 minutes to go. It's the Chiefs in front here at Arrowhead. 2nd and 3 now. This time it's a passing play. Going with a screen to Johnson. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Butker knocks it through. And that will push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's White on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. It's caught left side by Mitchell. He's going to be forced down there after a gain of about 14. And that is good for a Chargers first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Here's Herbert. Gets everything he has under this one. That's grabbed inside the 30. Big hitter on first down. 36 yards.
36 yards.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Here's Herbert now on first. And after that last connection, approaching 1,500 passing yards on the season. And this is going to be launched on the hit. Incomplete. Tough to complete it through that traffic. And contact over the middle. It's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Herbert. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he is stopped. They get to him inches from a touchdown. That's going to make it first and goal.
Move the chain! Got to move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Hampton punches it in for the LA touchdown.
O'Brien Hampton, the ball carrier. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Dicker on now for the PAT.
Extra point.
Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. They trail by 3.
Chargers 14.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out. So they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. Holding just a field goal lead. Probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. To the air, Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. Hit there and is forced out. So gain of about 15 before it. And it's going to be first down Chiefs. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Pass taken in by the rookie out of Cincinnati. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Our trip through the NFL starts now. At Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, we find the Falcons at home to take on the Chicago Bears. And this is Drake London. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Falcons get back to 500. They even their mark at 3-3. From there, why don't we take a look at the Saints and the Giants from MetLife Stadium. And this is the second year back, Cam Scattaboo. He's got a nose for the end zone, and he'll take it in 9 yards to pay dirt. The Giants are playing well. They improved to 5-1 with this victory. Lastly, time for a look at the best of the best. Here is our Impact Player of the Week, and we believe it has to be this man. And this is Jaden Higgins. He was wreaking havoc on the secondary all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown grabs on the afternoon. The Texans come away with the victory, and that means the Jaguars fly home after back-to-back losses in London. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. In our game, we were treated to a vintage first half from none other than Patrick Mahomes. His guys looking to keep their unbeaten start to the season alive as we send it back out for the second half to our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Smith on the return. Keeps away from one. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Chiefs are headed out, so we'll see Kenneth Walker. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting second right now across the league in rushing yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. They wind up with a quality 16-yard pickup on that play. They get the first down, too. Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. On the carry, it's Walker. Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. And that earns Kansas City the first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
19 more yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs first down.
From the red zone on 1st. Has his man, but his man does not have that football. He drops an easy one, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Mahomes now. This is going to be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Cyrus Allen, his 3rd of the year. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights, and that makes this a 10-point game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Tucker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Herbert now. Over the middle, complete to Njoku. And a good gain here. 11 yards, it looks like. That's going to pick up a first.
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up first downs and keep the drive on schedule.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. And that one's complete. Amari on Hampton. He's tackled after a gain of about 13. And that's going to make it 1st down Chargers.
A gain of 13
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Now Herbert to throw. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 4-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Caught quick right side. Trying to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
That's called playing downhill with a capital D. These safeties, they love to see that play. And that ball got in front of him. He came down in a hurry and knocked it backwards.
Receiver in motion. He's headed right. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Gain 15 there. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
It's Hampton on 2nd, and that one doesn't get him much, give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's only hung on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. So on 4th down, off comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. Got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. On a quick slant, he's got Allen. It's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a 1st down. New set of downs for him. Starts at the 38. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that we're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. They get in there for the stop. Damage limited to 8 yards. And that's going to give the Chiefs a 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down, just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. He just did.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Still well short after the 3-yard run. It's going to be 4th down and 6.
A modest gain on the counter. A good recovery there from the front 7, Kate. They bought the fake initially, but adjusted just in time to limit the damage headed the other direction.
A 62-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert back to throw. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running backs there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw, Herbert. Called in by Njoku, left side. Near the sideline, he's going to be forced out after a gain of about 20. And that gives LA the 1st.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. As the hook up again to Njoku. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Chargers.
So read here, get to Mitchell. And a nice little run there, gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
He's brought down
Dose of the hurry up here.
2-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Working on 2nd down. Herbert has him on the quick hitter. Stop is made after a gain of about 7. That's going to be enough for the 1st. Offensive line fast.
1st down, Chargers.
Throwing now, Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down right after making that catch. A good gain, but the tackle limits it to 9.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Couldn't get the play off in time. We've arrived at our 2-minute warning. Chargers got to score in a hurry. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Man in motion, headed right. Shotgun give to Hampton. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. It's going to bring a third down.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw it. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Intended target there was David Njoku. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. This is going to be a 46-yarder. Tracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. They get to him. He's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And it's going to be first down Chiefs.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Staying with Walker. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Running with Walker again. Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. Third down here. Need 8 on the play. Here he is to throw. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. A clutch moment for a massive play. 35 yards. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Walker on first down. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A give up the gut to Walker. And they'll find him for a few. It's third down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down. Now an inside give to Walker. Oh, he's trying to get away, but unable to do so. They catch him behind the line on third down. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against